Hi, my name is Nicole, and this is my presentation of the Comprehensive Case Study for Early Literacy 2 for Touro College. I chose to work with my nephew Travis for the case study. He's 6 years old. He'll be starting first grade in September. I spoke with his parents about his reading skills, and they let me know that he's actually a very strong reader. He has strong phonemic awareness. He's able to identify all of his letters, as well as the sounds that they make, and he is able to blend consonants together really well. He does have difficulties with attending to the task at hand. He's very fidgety, doesn't really focus very well, and has a hard time with comprehension questions. So I administered the informal reading inventory on Travis, and for the word recognition inventory at the primer level, he was able to answer 17 out of, he was able to correctly identify 17 out of the 20 words. So this put him at an instructional level, and so I administered the oral reading, and the silent reading passage at the primer level. He read the oral reading passage really well. He only missed 2 words while reading, but his comprehension levels were not great. He only answered 2 out of the 10 questions correctly for the oral reading passage, and 4 out of 10 correctly for the silent reading passage. So this puts him at a frustration level for the primer. And while he was reading, he skipped lines multiple times, so I had to redirect him quite a few times, and he was just kind of moving around. He wouldn't sit still. He was up and kind of just distracted by everything. So I did notice that the focus was definitely an issue for him. So I developed an intervention plan for Travis, and 3 goals that I want to focus on for him is to increase his motivation and attending skills, increase his fluency, and increase his reading comprehension. I'm going to administer an interest inventory in order to determine what motivates Travis to read, what topics he enjoys, what style of books he likes, and that way I can prepare lessons and materials for him that will, captivate his attention and make him want to read. I'm going to work on increasing his fluency ability, so by modeling fluency for reading, I'll read passages and stories out loud for him, demonstrating when to pause at the end of a sentence and how to show emotion and interest in what you're reading, which will help to increase his comprehension and understanding. We'll also work on graphic organizers in order to help him break down the text and help him. He can use graphic organizers to help him identify the beginning, middle, and end of a story, or to identify a problem in the story or an event in the story and the outcome of that event. He can also use a graphic organizer to summarize the story. So these are all ways that will help him increase his reading comprehension. I will also provide questions for him before reading to help focus his reading. That way he has a purpose while he's reading the stories, and we'll work on identifying new vocabulary words at the beginning of the story. That way, while he's able to understand what he's reading and doesn't have to stop and ask, which will break up the task and just kind of make him lose focus. We'll work on summarizing stories and retelling. I will ask Travis to retell a story for me at the end of reading. That way I can kind of just assess what he's learned, what he, the parts of the story that he's grasped and what needs to be worked on. That way I can plan further lessons and instruction for him. Finally, I'll make sure that I work with Travis's parents to make them aware of what we're working on and what they can be doing at home to help increase his fluency and reading comprehension skills, as well as his focus and attending skills. So this is my plan for Travis, and that's it. Thank you.